The sun had barely crested the hills of Jerusalem when the city began to stir. Merchants hauled their wares through narrow streets, moved with purpose toward the temple courts, and children darted between the legs of strangers. But near the sheep gate, in the shadow of 5 covered colonnades, another world existed, one that most preferred not to see. The pool of Bethesda. They called it a place of healing. Others might have called it a place of waiting. Row upon row of broken humanity lay stretched across the cool stone. The blind, their eyes clouded like winter sky, the lame, their limbs twisted at unnatural angles, the paralyzed, flat as the earth they could not walk. They had come from every corner of Judea, drawn by the same desperate legend, that an angel would sometimes trouble the waters, and whoever stepped in first would be made whole. So they waited, day after day, season after season. And among them, one man had waited longer than all the rest. 38 years. He had been young when he first arrived, young enough to still believe that tomorrow might be different, that the waters would move and his legs would carry him in before anyone else. But the years had not been kind to hope. His hair had long since turned to silver. His hands, once perhaps the hands of a craftsman or a shepherd, were now the weathered hands of a man whose only labor was survival. He could not remember the last time he had stood upright. He could barely remember what it felt like to walk. He did not even have anyone to help him. No family, no friend, no one who would stoop down to carry him those few desperate feet when the water began to bubble and stir. Others always made it in before him, the ones with arms that could push, legs that could drag, someone who loved them enough to move. He had none of these things. He had only the ground beneath him and the sky above, and the sound of water that never moved for him. It was on an ordinary day, a feast day in Jerusalem, the city swollen with pilgrims, that a man walked into that colonnade and did something no one else had ever done. He looked at him, not with pity that quickly glanced away, not with the polite discomfort of someone passing through. This man, Jesus of Nazareth, though the paralyzed man did not yet know his name, stopped and he saw him. He saw not just a body wasting on the ground, but a life, a story. 38 years of silent, grinding endurance, and he asked the most remarkable question: do you want to be made well? It should have been an easy answer, but the man did not give an easy answer. He gave the answer of someone who had long since stopped imagining that wholeness was truly possible for him. He gave the answer of a man whose hope had collapsed into explanation, into excuse, into the language of the perpetually defeated. Sir, I have no man to put me into the pool when the water is stirred up. While I am coming, another steps down before me. He did not say yes. He said, why not? Jesus did not correct him. He did not argue with his despair or challenge his reasoning. He simply spoke, and in his voice was something that did not ask permission from the laws of nature. Rise, take up your bed and walk. The words fell into the man's body like a stone into still water, and something that had been dead for 38 years woke up. He felt it before he understood it. A warmth spreading down through his hips, into his thighs, along the long-forgotten pathways of his legs, pooling into his feet. He looked down at limbs that had been his prison and watched them become, in a single breath, his freedom. He stood up. The colonnade did not erupt in celebration. No crowd had gathered to witness it. The other sick lay in their own worlds of suffering. The man simply stood, trembling perhaps, eyes wide, and then he bent down, rolled up the mat he had slept on for nearly 4 decades, tucked it under his arm, and walked into the Jerusalem sunlight on 2 legs that had not felt pavement in 38 years. The Pharisees found him almost immediately. It was the Sabbath, and he was carrying his mat, and the law said he should not. They did not ask him why he was standing. They did not marvel that a man who had been broken was now whole. They asked only about the mat. He told them a man had healed him, but he did not know who. Later, in the temple courts, Jesus found him again, quietly, deliberately, and said words that revealed something deeper than the healing of a body had accomplished. "See, you have been made well. Sin no more, lest a worse thing come upon you." There, in the shadow of the temple, the man finally learned the name of the one who had seen him, spoken to him, and raised him from the ground. And he went and told the Jewish leaders it was Jesus who had made him well. He had waited 38 years by a pool that could not save him. It took one word from the one who could. John 5 verse 8 to 9 says, "Jesus said to him, 'Rise, take up your bed and walk.' And immediately the man was made well, took up his bed and walked." The man at the pool of Bethesda did not find healing because he was strong enough, fast enough, or had the right people around him. He found healing because Jesus came to where he was. After 38 years of waiting, of failing, of watching others go ahead of him, one encounter with Jesus changed everything. He did not need the angel to trouble the water. He did not need a helper. He needed the healer himself, and the healer found him. Jesus always finds the ones the world has passed by. Moral lesson: your longest wait is not evidence that God has forgotten you. It is the very place where Jesus chooses to show up. You may have been lying in the same place of lack, pain, or disappointment for what feels like a lifetime. You may have run out of explanations and out of hope. But today, the same Jesus who walked into that colonnade is walking towards you. He is not asking how long you have been there. He is not asking who failed to help you. He is asking only one question: do you want to be made well? Say yes. Stop explaining your impossibility to the one who created possibility. Rise at his word. What held you down for decades cannot hold you for one more moment when Jesus speaks. Your healing is not in the water. If this video bless you, please like, share, and subscribe for godly content like this. See you in our next video. God bless you.